Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy Ruben, and you know what it is. New week, new video. Cowboys fans, this was a tough one. Just damn. That's really all you can say after a thorough ass whipping like that one that they took last night at the hands of the San Francisco 49ers. And they've been a bugaboo of ours for quite some time. For the last couple seasons, we've lost to them in ending games in embarrassing fashion. And this game, we didn't even get to the end to embarrass ourselves. We pretty much embarrassed ourselves right out the gate. And I don't know where to start. Every particular issue that's a concern of mine for the Cowboys reared his head yesterday. From the head coach Mike McCarthy being maybe a little too conservative, and not really trying to get in the field goal range at the half as if we didn't need points. From the discipline, the lack of composure in terms of the way we always seem to lose the penalty battle. We just give yards away. And so many times we were in situations where we're coming off the field, like we're getting stops, and penalty. We prolong a drive that ended up going for scores. It was, and then that's not even to bring up their offense, how they carved us up. First mistake, I just thought it was a huge mistake. I know that the defense is the best unit on our team. However, I don't think this was the game to defer to the second half. I think this was the game that you should have had a great offensive game plan set. You should have went out there in case you wanted to toss with a game script prepared to put points on the board and to make San Fran play from behind and to try to control the game that way. San Francisco is the most complete team in the NFL. Okay, they're the most dangerous team in the NFL. Why is that? Because they have arguably the best defense in the league. All right. Well, to combine that with the fact that I think they have one of the best offensive minded coaches in the league. And then they just have weapons galore, and none of them have to get deep to beat you. These guys are all yak daddies. You know what I'm saying? So we played right into their hands. Right into their hands. We deferred. They went right down the field, scored. We went 3 and out back to back. Next thing you know, we're looking up at 14-0, and it was a rough watch. We drafted Mozzie Smith to help with particularly this team and Philly, because we knew we weren't stout against the run. We knew that was something that needed to be addressed, and that's why we went with Mozzie Smith. I don't remember seeing him. I don't know if you guys saw him. Don't remember seeing him. We got punked. That's why we're not going to the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say it now. Unless something like vital happens, we can't see it. We're not built mentally to cross that hurdle, and it showed yesterday. I was all for going to, playing for, the defense, being more of a run oriented team, but not at the expense of complete lack of explosiveness on offense. I knew, I thought it was a very good idea to play to the defense, play, through the running backs in the defense. That was very smart, but we still needed to be able to maintain some semblance of offensive explosiveness. When you have CeeDee Lamb, you signed Brandon Cooks. I sure thought play action, deep passes were going to be a staple in this offense, and no, you don't see it at all. And then I'm going to save this guy for last because it's something I want to address. But just covering the game, they got everything they wanted from us. I think I don't know how you fix this season, because for starters, I would tell you simply, we need big uglies. right? But that's what I thought we did when we drafted Mozzie Smith. He was a non-factor when we signed Jonathan Hankins to help shore up the run game. But you know what else is missing? We play a lot of one linebacker, three safety, in a combination of three safeties, which is fine, but it leaves you small when it comes to these big mauling type of teams. And it shows. Leighton Vander Esch is more of a sideline to sideline guy. He's not really a blow up, the backfield type of middle linebacker. And when your D linemen are losing at the line of scrimmage, he's not the guy that's going to help you overcompensate for that. And beyond Leighton Vander Esch, what do we have at linebacker? Right? We drafted Demarion Overshown, which I felt pretty good about, but then we lost him for the season. This was a game that I think schematically we would have been better served with putting Micah at linebacker. This was a game that I thought he should have played linebacker exclusively, that he didn't need to be playing on the defensive end, continuously getting run at. Because when you have a player that dynamic, I don't necessarily want him setting the edge in the running game, right? Especially when you don't have a big blow up the backfield type of linebacker. I thought you should have added an extra large lineman in there, Sam Smith, whoever, run three defensive tackles and play Vander Esch and Micah probably at the linebacker position, allow them to read and react. Continue to blitz Micah, but keep him off the line, keep him clean so that towards the end of the game, he's still fresh. He can still be explosive. But we were lining him up, and I don't have nothing against. I like to see the best take on the best, but we were lining him up against Trent Williams a lot, right? And so, and there's not too many people that are going to win that battle, particularly when you're trying to stop the run. I don't know why he's in front of him when you're trying to stop the run. Now, if you're trying to pass rush on that side, I got you. But to stop the run, nah. Keep him off ball, especially when we're short at linebacker the way we are. We didn't run the ball well. We didn't throw the ball well. I talked about needing to hit our deep shots. The way we run offense when we have to throw, it's alarming. Alarming. We're all the shows are talking about it. We're one of the teams that use motion the fewest amount of times, which it's an outdated concept, right? Like, if you're not running motion in this day and age, you're kind of running an antiquated system, because motion tells you a lot about what the defense is doing. It changes coverage, responsibilities. It keeps defenses on their toes. San Fran is not a complicated defense. They rush 4 and they basically drop all the other 7 defenders and into like a modified cover 2, and they're just all staring at the quarterback, and the quarterback doesn't have much time to throw, and they just react. And all those guys are athletes, and they just react. You can't just line up in a 3-by-1 and just run all slants right into that, right? You gotta have zone beaters. Where's the screen game? Where's the play action game? Right? And even when we run the ball, which again, I was all for running the ball, we've lost even creativity in the way we run the ball. At least with Kellen Moore, we had times where we had 5 linemen, and we would have a backup lineman playing fullback. And then you'll see another lineman come pull right behind that. We would blow holes open, and Tony Pollard would be able to use his explosiveness. You're not seeing none of that this year. None of that. We're playing a very old school, just line up, think we can beat you kind of game, and that's going to be great against 80% of the league. But when you are Super Bowl or bust and you want to take on these teams, San Francisco, Philly, this is not the way to do things. You got to get with the times, right? Mike McCarthy talking about he took time off and learned, studied the game. I can't tell. All right, we're man. Last but not least, Dak Prescott. I don't want to say, I hate to give such a permanent label at week 5, but I'm almost completely out on Dak Prescott. I came into the year kind of like, all right, man, like I'm about done with you, but you know what? We rocking with you. You are QB, and he's still my QB. But what I saw yesterday was a lack of heart. He looks scared. And I brought it up earlier in the season. I feel like when he misses throws, he's missing them high. And I think, honestly, the reason for that is it's gotten in his head that he doesn't want to throw picks. And so instead of throwing it low, he's wanting to throw it high, or because you're either going to catch it or it's going to go out of bounds. Like he wants to miss high. I think it's a cognizant thing that he's doing, which is leading to overthrows, and that's also problematic. So I don't know how to fix him. I think he might be mentally broken. We don't run an offense that helps him. Um, he doesn't have a guy clearly that he trusts, that when he's in trouble that he can throw it to, and man, and he can't run like he used to. I don't recognize this guy. I don't recognize. Ever since he broke his ankle, this is not the guy I fell in love with at quarterback. And all the way down to, he almost looks scared out there. Which brings me to my overarching point. We got punked. We got punked. I don't know how you fix that. I think Micah's got heart. I think a lot of the guys on defense got heart. But we got the ball ran down our throat, and our quarterback looked like he was playing to try to, you know what, it's not me. He didn't look like he was trying to make a single damn play. This is an overall failure on all levels. Okay, D-line didn't hold the point. Linebackers didn't, blow plays up. Damn. We played zone and they were catching all over. They had us chasing our tails. We weren't prepared for anything. These guys are going to run a lot of lateral stuff. Like they were very horizontal, right? And they were going to take the occasional shot. These weren't guys you got to worry about beating deep or whatever, but you constantly had them in third and short. They got whatever they wanted from us. And then their defense took it to us. I saw one play, Dre Greenlaw slammed Tony Pollard. I thought it was a flag myself, but I'm not mad that it wasn't a flag. I'm more mad that I feel like we didn't match that intensity. I felt like we should have been like, word, that's the kind of game it's going to be. We should have matched that intensity. There should have been a fight out there. You're getting your ass whipped that bad. Look, have an attitude. If you're gonna get a flag, yank somebody's face mask down. Like, make it count. If you're gonna fuck up big. I don't know where we go from here, guys, because I still expect us to make the playoffs, but I don't see the heart right now. So long season. Maybe they'll regain it. Maybe this is the kind of loss that sticks with you and you turn it around. Okay, I've seen things like that happen. All right, but we'll see. Let me know what y'all think. Like, subscribe, share. Cowboys down 3-2. Our boogeyman 5-0. Damn. Peace out, guys.